Pursuit of Happiness Week is coming to an end with a bang. These passionate creatives call the Pittsburgh area home, and we're so fortunate that they do.
Joining us today to talk about finding happiness through your career, we have Evan Morgan-Newfer, owner of Evanly Bakes in New Kensington.
And Ime Alaquiva, Emmy Award-winning director and president and CEO of Your Mama's House Incorporated. And back with us, Jennifer Eisenreich, speaker and owner of Shift Show Communication. All right, Evan, we're going to start with you. We're so happy to have this incredible panel. So when did you realize that you were on the right path? Because you taught yourself how to bake, right?
Taught myself how to bake. I also said I would never own a bakery. It's a hard business and industry to be a part of when you want to actually have a good return on investment. But I just finally reached a point in my life where I needed to do something where I had full creative control and I could believe in myself and push myself and not have to worry about what those expectations were from someone else in an office space.
I have so much admiration for business owners and entrepreneurs because you really have to take such a gamble on yourself. So just going down the line here, Jen, tell us when you felt like that joy finally clicked in what you were doing for your business.
Yeah, I have always loved speaking, acting, being on stage, and I really felt like the things that I had learned as a principal made me someone who could deliver a message that the world needed to hear.
Oh, absolutely. And Ime, how about you? How did you realize that you were on the right path?
Yes, I mean, I realized that I was on the right path when a certain joy came over storytelling. So in a myriad of ways, whether it was, radio, working for Whammo, whether it was taking photography, crystallizing the human spirit through cinematic and purposeful storytelling is what brings me joy.
Oh, I love that. I can visualize that.
No, seriously.
those words, yes.
Yeah.
And I think with so much, though, we see people when they're successful. We know about your accolades, and all of you are successful business owners. You've done so much, but we don't hear often about the lows. And there has to be a certain amount of pride and joy to dig yourself out of that, to say, you know what, this means so much to me. It brings me so much joy and happiness that I'm going to keep going. Did you find that there were moments like that for each of you? Ime, I'll come to you.
Yeah, when it comes to advocacy and allyship, some of my work, dealt with the deaf community. No one in my family is deaf. We have a new film about Black and brown infant mortality and maternal health. So being able to champion conversations that sometimes are uncomfortable, but putting them in a way that is, comfortable to talk about, brings me a level of joy that I don't get from anything else.
Yeah, and I want to add to that with you, Ime. I mean, at one point, you were living in your car.
I didn't even have a car. I used to sleep, in, benches, parks. I would, take showers at the YMCA and things of that nature. But, I knew that my ancestors would not be happy with where I was. So, I picked up the phone, called my mom, said, I've been homeless for a while. Help me change my life. She said, why did it take you so long? So now I spend the rest of my life helping others get on their feet. That's what storytelling is about, and that's what happiness and joy is about.
Oh my gosh, so powerful.
Yeah.
For the two of you, have you found your own lows that made you, I mean, both of you have switched careers to lean into what you're doing. So did you find that there was a low where you had to talk to yourself and say, no, I'm going to do this?
Oh, 100%. I remember telling my therapist that I've never worked harder for less money in my life. And she looked at me and she was like, we got to reframe that, because yes, you're working hard, but what are you working towards? And honestly, we've now been able to coin ourselves as the gayest bakery in Western PA, which has become just kind of a community space for people in New Ken, for people in Westmoreland County, for people in Pittsburgh. And that's what now brings us a lot of joy, makes the long days, the hard days, the days where you don't feel like you accomplished anything worth it.
Well, and let me tell you this, just knowing, I mean, talking with you over the past couple of years, you have helped to kind of champion this smaller town that maybe had seen darker days, and helping by opening a business there. So you've done a lot more than just be successful for yourself, too.
Absolutely. And the community of New Ken's been so great to be behind us, and the other 3 bakeries that are in our town.
Yeah. And how about you, Jennifer? Were there any lows that, was there that ultimate low where you found yourself, and how did you get out of that?
For sure. It was very hard to leave a career that I had been a part of for 30 years, and finding the groove after being on a school schedule for so long and then having to just do my own thing was very difficult. I really missed it. But for me, helping people solve people problems is so worth it. And being able to give people the language that they can use to solve problems and to have closer relationships in their life is worth everything.
I do think we're at a really strange time in our country right now where there's so many things at play right now. AI and technology is advancing, and we don't really know what the future is going to hold for so many different industries. And I think that's created this unsettled feeling for a lot of people who are coming into the workforce who maybe aren't viewing their job as anything more than a career, something they can find joy in. What would each of you say to somebody who's watching and saying, how am I supposed to find joy in what I'm doing for a living? Ime, what would you say?
Well, I would start out with recognizing the difference between transactional and transformative. Finding, transformative, jobs and things of that nature really helps to take you to the next level. And also, my last thing is that I want people to compartmentalize what partnerships are and what relationships are. Relationships is what gets you through. You can have 50,000 degrees on the wall, but if you don't relate to that person, there's a disconnect because energy is very real. And that's what I learned. I've never taken a class in photography. I've never taken a class in film. But what I did do is I dove in and I focused on the relationships that are around me, and I encourage others to do the same.
Oh, that's good. What would you say to someone who's scared to start over again, who maybe didn't realize failure was a part of the equation and just doesn't want to step out again on faith? What would you say to them?
It's very difficult to do that, but the joys of having your own business and making things happen for yourself are just absolutely worth it. And if you're not finding joy where you are, you should go find some place where you do, because you're bringing your space down, you're bringing your profession, your job down, and that's not something that you want to do.
I think we have time for one more question. And Evan, I wanted to ask you about what your definition of success is, and has it changed over time?
Absolutely. When I was in college, success was how big was that paycheck going to be? How big could I have a house, or how many cars could I own? For me, success is now having people that come to our shop and share their stories and share in that joy that we provide with our treats as well too. And that
so
to me is the biggest success, is being able to provide community.
Yeah, it's wonderful.
Yes.
Really good.
All of you. I'm just curious, really quickly, Ime, how has Pittsburgh supported you in bringing joy to your work?
Pittsburgh has supported me in me first recognizing that I can't do this work by myself. When it comes to entrepreneurship and happiness, you have to have a great team that surrounds you. And Pittsburgh has been incredible at surrounding me and allowing me to go outside of these three rivers, but still return with love.
Love it.
Love that.
Thank you all so very much for being here today.
Yes.
Great conversation.
So good. All right, we'll have more information on all of our business owners on our website, kdka.com/talkpittsburgh.
We'll be right back with a check on the newsroom to see what stories they're working on at 4. Thanks so much for being with us on this cold Friday afternoon. More Talk Pittsburgh is coming your way.